It's been a little minute since I have done a Lattafa video, but I have a ton of Lattafa fragrances and I started going through my collection. I actually am constantly pruning the garden, and I want to say I gave away like 30 bottles of perfume. I tend to donate, and a lot of times I give to schools, like teachers and things like that. So I was going through my Lattafa fragrances and I was like, the season is changing a little bit and I'm starting to shuffle things around and pull for different things. And so I was like, let's do a video about this. I wonder if you all are doing the same thing too. Let me know down in the comments. But I was like, what are some fragrances that I am just dying to wear? What is great for transitional weather where it still might be a little warm outside, but maybe you wake up in the morning and it's freezing cold, but then the day heats up and it gets warmer. Or maybe it's just cooling off in general where you are. So I have a handful of fragrances that I feel like are perfect for transitional weather that will carry you through the cool and somewhat warmer days as we transition to fall. So if you are interested in just having a little bit of fun with me, chit-chatting, talking about transitional fragrances, please continue to watch. If you are new here, beautiful, welcome to the channel. I do hope you consider subscribing. We have lots of fun here and we smell good too. And if you are returning, hey friend, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. That does help for us to grow. Also, make sure to like this video. It tells YouTube that you are enjoying my content. And let's get right into this video. Up first is, I just like to call this fragrance 1505, but it's La Collection des Antiques 1505, okay? This is from the Lattafa Pride collection. This is going to be your woody, cherry, deep, juicy cherry fragrance that's somewhat sexy, but it doesn't go too cough syrupy or too tart or anything like that. It's the perfect woody, smoky cherry fragrance. It's absolutely beautiful and I cannot wait to wear this fragrance. Now, some folks say this smells like smoked cherry from Tom Ford. I have not smelled that fragrance in years. I've smelled it before, but it's been a very long time. And so I can't really with confidence tell you that it does, but there's enough folks on Fragrantica that says it does. The note breakdown for this fragrance is black cherry and saffron at the top. In the mid, there's frankincense, osmanthus, and amyris. And in the base, there's balsamic notes, gaiac wood, styrax, and cypriol oil. This fragrance to me is super approachable. It's very sexy. It's a little bit warm. It's just, in my opinion, a very beautiful cherry fragrance, deep, dark cherry fragrance. If you are someone that likes deep cherry and amber from Banana Republic, or even like a French Defense from Mind Games, you will love this. Obviously for a fraction of the price than Mind Games and even Tom Ford, but you know, the Banana Republic fragrance is still relatively affordable. It's like $20, $30. But I love this and I feel like this will perform perfect in those transitional days. The cherry is not too syrupy or not too dense to where you can't wear it during warmer weather. And it's not like a super light, fruity, juicy type of fragrance to where it wouldn't be beautiful when it's cold outside, to where it wouldn't stand up to the harsh environment of cold weather. So I think this is gorgeous. If you have this fragrance, let me know down in the comments. This is not something that I hear a ton of people talking about. I have not seen it on really anybody's timeline, if you ask me. But I picked this up a while ago and I thought this was absolutely beautiful. And so I'm looking forward to wearing this. This is Lattafa's 1505. Up next is Badi Al Oud Noble Blush. This came out last year, I want to say, and it is beautifully stunning to me. This has a creamy milk note in it, but it's not a fragrance, in my opinion, that's too lactonic to where it makes you feel kind of queasy on the inside. There is a modern rose in here that is somewhat sharp, that cuts through that creaminess of the milk. I think this is beautiful. There's vanilla in here. There's almond meringue, so there's a fluffy element to this fragrance. And this gets on you and it sticks around all day and all night. You want something to last you? Pick up Noble Blush. Pick up Noble Blush. This is something you can absolutely, in my opinion, wear when it's warm outside. You may want to be light on the sprays just because it is a little bit creamy, but gonna be beautiful when it's cold and as it transitions. Maybe when it's a little bit cold and it's sprinkling outside, this fragrance will definitely bloom and carry you through. I absolutely love it. I remember taking this with me when I went skating and I could literally smell myself around the skating rink. It left the scent trail. I was following myself. This one, very popular with good reason. And this one is a phenomenal one. I can't wait to bring this back out. This is Noble Blush. Up next is Isha Al Shuyukh. This fragrance is going to be your very unisex, and I mean a very unisex type of fragrance. This fragrance has been compared to Rosendo Mateo number 5. I do think the fragrances smell very, very similar, but where this differs for me is that fragrance has like a note in it that smells somewhat burnt or fiery, and I don't really get along with that well. I don't smell it as much in this fragrance, and for me, it makes it more wearable. The note breakdown here is going to be caramel and saffron at the top. This is a very airy fragrance. There's suede, leather, and tonka in the mid, but it's not like your aggressive, harsh suede leather type of notes to where it smells like super manly or super aggressive or anything like that. It's very smooth. It's very well done. And as someone that loves a good girly scent profile, this is wearable to me. And in the base, there's vanilla, amber, and musk. And who can go wrong with that trio in the base? Like I said, it's very airy. It's very smooth. You do get those tones or those accords of leather and suede, but they're done in the very best of way. If you like yourself a Rifa Cat or a Baby Cat, this is going to be in that same family. They don't necessarily smell alike, but if you like that scent profile, this one's going to put you there at a fraction of the price. Well, obviously not a fraction of the price of the Rifa Cat because that's relatively affordable, but where I feel like Rifa Cat in this one differs is Rifa Cat is, ooh baby, real strong. That leather note or whatever is in there, she kind of aggressive. This one is smooth out like fine wine, like, you know, barrel soaked cognac. It's smooth. It goes down smooth to the senses. Okay. So if, like I said, you like that Baby Cat type of situation, or even Rifa Cat, Rosendo Mateo as well, but it's less fiery to me. This one is beautiful. Again, I do think this is perfectly unisex. There's no real floral elements to this fragrance to make it smell like super feminine or girly or anything like that. It's just a very airy, somewhat sweet fragrance that's not loud. She's not loud, but she does stick around, but she don't be out here throwing her weight around. She just be moving through the crowd with grace and ease. So this is Isha Al Shuyukh Gold. There are 2 versions. This is the gold one. This is really good. Up next is my baby Teriaq. Okay, Teriaq has entered the building. Love, 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 love this fragrance down. She is syrupy. She has caramel at the top. There's some fruits in here. There's almond in this fragrance. Yes, people say she smells like La Belle. She's a cousin to La Belle. Quinton Biche made her. Quinton Biche made La Belle. They're distant cousins, okay? But she has her own scent profile and she is stunning to me. She's a little spicy, a little warm, somewhat fruity, caramelly, and I absolutely love her. Now, I know a lot of people really fell for the Teriaq Intense, the one in the black bottle. I feel like I said I was going to declutter that one, but I do still have it in my collection. I don't really wear her. I do sniff her. And I do feel like I like the fragrance more, but I'm still not wearing it. I know, that's crazy. It's just something about that one. I think it's the plum liqueur note. I've always said that. That's just a little bit too forward for me and how it, you know, it interacts with my body chemistry and things like that. So, but the original, honey, I love her down to the ground. I can't stop smelling this thing. This was probably one of my first actual love affairs from Lattafa. Like love affair from Lattafa. So again, I cannot wait to wear this one as it starts to cool off and allow her to just be projecting and me to follow my own scent trail here, there, and everywhere. This is Teriaq by Lattafa. Pardon the interruption, guys. It's time for another giveaway. So again, like I said, I'm giving away some fragrances that I was sent in PR, and they're just collecting dust in my closet. I already have open bottles of them, and I just can't use them all. So I know this is a Lattafa video, but I will be giving away a bottle of Paris Corner's Veau Zest. This is an interpretation of the Xerjoff Cosmerati's Lyra. So this has that lemony note, it has cinnamon, caramel, vanilla, all of the good things. So if you are interested in this bottle of fragrance here, you must, 1, be in the United States, 2, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also comment down below what Lattafa fragrance are you looking to wear as the weather transitions. Okay, so be in the United States, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also comment what Lattafa fragrance you are looking forward to wear as the season change. And you will be entered to win this bottle right here of Veau Zest by Paris Corner. Alrighty, you guys, let's get back to the video. Up next is this beautiful bottle right here, which needs no introduction. This is Victoria by Lattafa. This is an interpretation of Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion, the original. This is a beautiful, airy, fresh, lemony fragrance. There's some neroli in here, which in my opinion, makes this fragrance not too dense, which I think makes it perfect for this time of year as we transition. You can still wear it when it's warm outside because it has that fresh element with the neroli, but also take her on into the autumn because she is gourmand. She does have that lemon meringue note. She has the vanilla down in the base. This is just a beautiful all around easy reach signature scent type of fragrance. You could wear it to the office, wear out with your friends, wear at home, minding your business. You can even wear it on a date. It's sexy enough for that if you ask me. So again, looking forward to bringing this out and even comboing her with a few things. I have something in mind. But this is Victoria by Lattafa. Who says your coconut and ylang fragrance can't be appropriate for winter? This is a beautiful woody fragrance that has some of your typically tropical notes in here. So there is the creamy ylang, there is the coconut, but there's also some woody elements, some spicy elements to this fragrance, and also some white florals that make this fragrance so beautiful. I have not worn this in so long. I have not reached for this, but when I was, thinking of fragrances for this video, I was like, yes, what have I been thinking? Like, I have not reached for this in forever. And it is one of my favorite Lattafa fragrances. I remember unboxing this and it had that white kind of cylindrical component that it came in, and I was trying to find a way to wear it as a clutch and keep it as a purse, but I couldn't. But I thought it was so cute. But at either rate, the juice in here is very sexy. It's very warm, not overwhelming and loud in your face, but it projects. There are some molecular notes in here. There's mahonial, there's ambroxan in this fragrance. And so this one definitely gets on your skin. It sticks around and it's absolutely beautiful. I think that you will love this. I know that I will too, and I cannot wait to put this on for that transitional time period. I know I've seen this on people's timeline a lot, and I'm wondering if it will pop back up, because I know for me, I plan on giving her some real good wear. So this is Musamam White Intense. Up next is Khamrah by Lattafa. This is the Dukhan iteration of the original. This fragrance, when I first got it, I was a little scared of, because I don't get along with pimento notes in fragrances, but this one had it and it doesn't bother me. I actually quite like this fragrance. I think it is a little less sweet than the original Khamrah, and it almost smells a little bit more wearable. It's a little more airy, and a little less dense. There's a ton of fragrance notes in here. There's pimento and spices along with mandarin in the top. In the mid, there's labdanum, incense, patchouli. That's not too heavy. The patchouli, not too heavy. In the base, there is praline, amber, tonka, benzoin, and tobacco. This fragrance is also very much so unisex. I could see myself wearing it or my guy. It probably leans a little more masculine if you ask me, but definitely it's a fragrance that I am excited to wear. The Khamrah line is super duper popular, perfect for when it's cold, when it's raining, when you want to be snuggled up and bundled up in all of the good things. And I'm looking forward to giving this some good wears. The Kawa version has the coffee note in it, so it's not as sweet. But for me, it's still very dense, if you ask me. This one is a little lighter. It's almost like this is the light version of the Khamrah DNA. So again, this cute. It's cute even with the pimento. If you have this fragrance, let me know, have you been wearing her? Because I want to say this came out like during the summertime. And I was like, did you bring this out now so that it would be perfectly macerated for wintertime? And somebody put in my comments like, no girl, everything is not based on the US, okay? It's cold in other places during these months. I said, you know what, you're right. But I'm looking forward to wearing this in the coming months. This is Khamrah's Dukhan. This last fragrance is not necessarily a scent profile that I have gravitated to, but in this particular bottle, it's something that is wearable for me. This is Ana Abayed Rouge. Now we know Coral came out this summer smelling like a juicy watermelon and had all the girls smelling edible, but this one is one of their older fragrances. It came out, I want to say, in 2016, and it smells similar to Baccarat. I have said 100 times that I don't get along with Baccarat. I don't own that one. I don't own the Extrait, but I have other fragrances that smell similar, and that scent profile is more wearable for me. In this bottle, this is more wearable. You still get that airy nature of the Baccarat, but for me in this fragrance, I actually do smell a lot of the fruits that are in here. This fragrance opens with pear, kumquat, and lime. In the mid, there's caramel and geranium, and in the base, there's ambergris, musk, and oak moss. Now, this note breakdown don't sound nothing like Baccarat, but there's a similarity in the fragrance, and it does give off that scent profile when I wear it on my skin. It gives off like that airy spun sugar type of scent, but I also get a lot of those fruits in the top. I get the juiciness, I get the pear. It's really pretty in here. I don't necessarily know that I smell caramel per se, and maybe that's where the spun sugar note is coming from, because all caramel is cooked sugar. That's all it is. So that's probably where that's coming from, but this is really pretty to me, and I'm looking forward to wearing it more, and even layering this. I feel like this will layer really, really nicely with the Musamam White Intense, or even the Isha Al Shuyukh to give it more of a sugary sweet type of vibe. So again, this is Ana Abayed Rouge. I would say a dupe for Baccarat, but not as prominent of a scent profile. It's not as loud, if you ask me, and it's a little bit more fruity. So get your life. I want to say these bottles are like $10, $15. They're super inexpensive, and the performance is beautiful. All right, you guys, so that's it for today's video. These are just a handful of my Lattafa fragrances that I'm looking forward to wearing as the seasons transition. Like, I've been wearing the other ones, okay? I've been wearing out Angham, Garam, but these ones I'm looking forward to, putting my hands on more and giving them some good wears. Let me know what you plan on dusting off and bringing to the front for your transitional fragrance wears. I would love to continue the conversation down below. Also, make sure if you're interested to enter in to win. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That does help for us to grow. And until we meet again, make sure that you are being kind to yourself. Make sure you're being kind to others, and peace and love, y'all. The world needs it. Bye.